नेमाविद्यो भाति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। ॐ हर हर नमः पार्वतीपते हर हर महादेव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की। आरती सद्गुरु की चरणों में उनकी शांति समाए। शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए। पाप ताप संताप हरण की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया। धर्म सनातन फिर से जगाया। शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। सिद्धवाड़ी की तपोभूमि में नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे। भक्त हृदय आनंद स्रोत की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। बोलो श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume, giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is devotion to the Supreme Self. We know our responsibilities, give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Now we'll do the meditation. So all of you come forward in your seat. You want to keep your back and neck straight so that we're in line and you get to save your energy to the maximum. In fact, if you can do crisscross on the floor, that will be perfect. And then hands onto the side and chin mudra and put it on your thighs. And let's take a nice long deep breath in and out. So we're going to take 5 breaths in and out. When you exhale, try to relax your neck muscles and shoulder muscles. And you want to do longer exhalation. Now gently scan your body from top to bottom for any pain points and try to focus in wherever you have the pain and bring your full focus on that area and try to relax. Slowly move up to the tip of the nose. Imagine you're standing there and watch the breath as the air goes in and out of your nostrils. From there, move up to the third eye between your eyebrows. Gently visualize Lord Shiva, and with a smiley face, chant with me, but in your mind. And slowly, whenever your focus is drifted, start chanting back again and focus between the chantings. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Hari Om. Gently open your eyes.
Scribyamasvagamapartha. Naidatvayuvavadyate. You don't deserve it. It is not fit for you to behave this way. Chudram hridaya daubilyam. The chudram, the meanness of heart. That is why you are behaving this way. That meanness of heart. Hridaya daubilyam. The weakness of the heart. Weakness of your mind and emotion. Tektva, renounce. Give up these two. And uttishta parantapa. Get up from where you are sitting down. You say that I am not going to fight and you are sat down. Doing dharna. Get up from there and act. Be on your feet and act and face the challenge that is there. Don't run away from life. Running away from life is not reaching spirituality. You cannot run away from the situation. The situation will run after you. If I get tummy trouble here in PLC, and I say that this place is very bad and I got a stomach trouble, I'm pain, belly pain, and therefore I'm going. And go to San Francisco, then Francisco pain will be there. The pain is not because of the place. The pain is because of some maladjustment in my physical biology or in the structure, in the working, functioning of my system. If I cure that, every place is a happy place for me. By running away from a problem, you are not running away. The problem is brought about because of your mental condition. If the mind is changed, every place is as glorious a place as any other place. Don't try to run away from the problems. Life supplies you these problems which are necessary, unavoidable. It is you who determines your environment and circumstances and situations. You change, the world will change by itself.
Hari Om. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to change our format a little bit because we have new families join us. So we're going to go ahead and introduce them so that they get to see the comment time, and then before we get into all the other exciting things. So we're going to start out with the new families. I see 2-3 new families. If you can unmute yourself, please, and then we want you to introduce, and if you can tell your family name and your kids' names, and then tell us how you got to know the Chinmaya Mission, that'll be good. Thank you.
Hi, this is Lakshmi Saumya. My husband name is Shiva Paidupati. I have 2 kids. One is 5-year-old. His name is Nihit. And David, 4 months old. So yeah, actually, my grandfather always tells about Gita and everything. So me and my husband are towards, we would like to learn the teachings of Gita and all. But like, it's a God blessing maybe. Today, morning while I'm browsing something, I found out in Facebook that these classes are starting, Bal Vihar classes. So I thought of registering for sessions, and to see how it goes. Morning, my son also attended. I feel very positive. I feel as a blessing. I saw this morning, and classes are starting now. So I thought I will join and learn good things and the teachings of Gita.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear it's the entire family, not just the kids. You know, you're not saying, I want to put the kids. So awesome. So you wanted to learn. Very nice. So that's nice. And welcome to the Chinmaya family. It's a huge family here. So, and you are based in Urbana? Or which?
We recently shifted to Monrovia, Landscape.
Oh, no. Okay. Awesome. Yep. Welcome. Thank you. And then now let's go to the next family. I see one more family. If you can introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, Hari Om. My name is Sindhu, and we live in Clarksburg. My husband's name is Ravi Sheshadri. And I have a daughter who is already in 10th grade, and she's registered to Chinmayam now. And her name is Stuti. And I have a son who is 5 years old. He's into kindergarten. So I got, from my childhood, we know about Chinmaya Mission back in India, but we never had an opportunity to enter Chinmaya Mission because of the distance and some other issues. But we are very much followers of Chinmaya Mission and its principles. There is a book called Bhakti Sudha, and we used to follow a lot. We have learned many shlokas, many ashtakams, and all those things by reading Bhakti Sudha. And my sister lives in Plano, Texas, and her family is into Chinmaya Mission Plano. So through her, I got introduced to this, and we are going to be members very soon.
Awesome, awesome. Definitely nice seeing you all. And I live in Clarksburg too, so definitely we can connect here, and awesome. So thank you. Welcome to the family. Like I said, this is a huge family. I wouldn't call it huge compared to other centers, but this is a very close-knit family. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Any other families? Okay.
Do we have Nivedita ji or Archana ji by any chance? We're not able to see here in the list, but just want to see if they joined with some other name.
Archana said she is not able to join today. So
okay, all right. Nivedita ji? I think that's good. And I know, let's all of us welcome the new families. Welcome to the new families. Thank you very much for introducing yourself.
Yep, wonderful, wonderful. So now, please, all of you, I know we've been sending the newsletter, especially for the new families. Please make sure you give your emails. I think probably Shivaji already has it. So that way you can get it. And there are links to the trial classes. So if any of your friends and anybody interested, please pass it on to them. So that way, definitely, this is a good time for them to be, because it's online and they can try it out. And this is beginning of the year too, so that way they get to see what happens. So awesome, thank you. And registration for all of them. Again, new families, you don't need to worry about it for now, but so that way you're not put under too much of pressure for now. So don't worry about it. But all of the existing families, so we want to make sure always, like Shivaji says, end of September, we want to finish it. So if not already, we want you to get it going with the registration. And then the next one, we talked about it last time, and Shivaji already put together like a survey, and he did send out like a sign-up sheet as well. And if you're not joined the WhatsApp group, please do that. But the first one we want to talk about is the Sanskritam classes. He gave different options because we are starting this year. And definitely this will be something we all need to know, especially for the chanting, especially the new families you're talking about, Bhagavad Gita chanting and everything. So knowing Sanskritam is definitely, it's going to help. So I would say, please sign up for that. And he already sent out the survey and he gave different options for us to pick. So please do that. And the next one is the language class. We do have, other than the Bala Vihar for the children, we have the slower classes and we have the Vedic chanting classes. And along with that, we normally, depending on the interest, we start the language classes. So he did send out a survey to see who is interested. And, if you have, it can be sometimes even the adults sit in that. So please let us know. So that way, if you want to learn, this is an opportunity. And like we talked about, the WhatsApp group is very, very important for all of us to be there, especially with the technology. So if not already, please join the group so that way quickly you can get messages and any reminders or anything coming up. So that's it from us. And Shivaji, anything else from your end?
I think we are covered, Balaji.
Awesome. Thank you all. So with that, let me pass it on to Sukanya ji and Satya ji.
Hari Om. Can you all hear me? Let us switch back to the meditation posture as directed by Balaji. And if most of you might be knowing all these invocation shlokas by now, so please chant with me muted. Others are also can chant looking at the display. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। We will have Gita Dhyana shlokas by Varduji, first and the last only.
Gita Dhyanam.
Gayatri, sorry.
Yeah. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrutavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം അംബത്വാമനുസന്ദധാമി ഭഗവദ്ഗീതേ ഭവദ്വേഷിണീം യം ബ്രഹ്മാ വരുണേന്ദ്രരുദ്രമരുതഃ സ്തുന്വന്തി ദിവ്യൈസ്തവൈഃ വേദൈः സാംഗപദക്രമോപനിഷदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you, Gayatri. Very well chanted. Thank you. We have the slide for that, but couldn't share. But that's good. Somebody can take over.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to all the members, and a special welcome to all the new people who came, and the Shiva family, Ravi family, and all. As she said, everything has a day, a Shubha Divas, it takes, everything happens at a one particular time. Everything is decided by the God. So you are doing wonderful job joining our family, the Chinmaya family. As Shivaji told, it's a small family, but it is a very close-knit family. Please contact anybody if you need any information. We are all always available. And anytime you can contact us, WhatsApp, phone, or anything you can. And the two shlokas which previously talked, just now chanted. Before Gita, there are about 9 shlokas. They are called Dhyana shlokas. We completed last year. So we chant it before the Gita classes. Usually we used to chant 9 shlokas, but now we are going 1 and 9. So 1 to 9, you can say. Okay. So let us start our class. I'm going to start sharing. मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। जय जय राम रघुकुल सोम जय जय सीताराम जय धीमन्त जय हनुमन्त जय जय वानर निसीमा। जय हनुमान की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ की जय। So we last year, we are already, I mean, on this pandemic year going on still. So we met on Zoom last year, and we did Hanuman Ashtakam, and then we completed the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. There are 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, 700 slokas are there. The first chapter is the one that we completed last year, and it has about 47 slokas are there. First shloka actually is it's like an introduction one. So some of you have just joined.
Chant it now.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Varduji, first shloka.
Sure. Om Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atha Prathamodhyayaha Arjuna Vishada Yogaha. Dhritarashtra uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Mamakah Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Sukanya ji, do you want me to chant the 47 last one too?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Sanjaya uvacha Eva Muktvarjuna Sankhe Ratopasta Upavishat Visrujya Sasharam Chapam Shoka Sambhigna Manasaha. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Sambhade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Prathamodhyayaha. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om.
Thank you. Thank you, Vardi. He is our Asthana Vidwan, Sangeeta Vidushi. Actually, see how beautifully he sang and chanting of Bhagavad Gita. So just a quick recap of what we did, a few minutes, just will spend. As you know, Mahabharata war took place between Kauravas and Pandavas. And finally, Pandavas and Kauravas meet at Kurukshetra. The war starts, and whereas Dhritarashtra could not go he did not want to go to the war to watch it. So at that time, Vedavyasa, who wrote Mahabharata, who wrote 20 different Puranas, who is the author of Bhagavad Gita, he comes to Indraprastha, where the Dhritarashtra is sitting, and he asks, do you want to watch this? Watch this on a Zoom, the Zoom of those years. Dhritarashtra says, I have no intention of watching this. And at that time, Sanjaya, who is the charioteer, that's the driver of Dhritarashtra. So Vedavyasa gives Divya Chakshu to Sanjaya so that he can watch whatever is happening in the Kurukshetra Mahayuddha, that is where the war is going on. Without, this is just like our Zoom, actually. I can watch anything from what is happening in California, right? So then in the second picture, you see Dhritarashtra is sitting, Sanjaya is telling the entire Gita. So it is actually Sanjaya Uvacha, the entire 699 sloka, 700 slokas, what we see in Bhagavad Gita is told by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. So, and in the first chapter, what happens? The Duryodhana comes and looks at the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Suddenly he gets little dissatisfied. He looks at the Kauravas and he comes to Dronacharya and says, Dronacharya, this is your problem. Who is Dronacharya? He is the teacher for both the Pandavas and the Kauravas. And Duryodhana says, hey, Guru, you have created this problem. Look at the Pandavas, how beautifully they have arranged. You are responsible for that. And then all the war things will start going. The Shankavadyas and everything will take place. And at that time, Arjuna enters. I'm just compressing everything, whatever we learned. Arjuna enters with Sri Krishna in the chariot. And Arjuna is all completely pumped up. He wants to kill all the Kauravas, no matter who they are. For 14 years or 25 years or so, he was waiting for this situation. And he says, Seniyor Ubayor Madhye, please take me to the middle of the Senas, the Akshohini, 7 Akshohini on one side, 11 Akshohini on the other side. And Sri Krishna Bhagavan, he takes Arjuna's Ratha, that is chariot, and very tactfully, he does not put it in front of Karna. He does not put it in front of Duryodhana or anybody. He puts it in front of Bhishma and Dronacharya. My God, this Arjuna waiting for so many years. He is having his Gandiva ready. He wants to kill everybody. He looks at Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya. Suddenly what happens? The emotions take place. And emotions go. What happens? You lose control of your body. You control of your mind. Your intellectual stops working. Everything stops. And you will become like a crazy person. So what happened to Arjuna was, Sidanti mama gatrani. Then he says to Krishna. Krishna is his best friend. Krishna, Sidanti mama gatrani. Limbs are quivering. My limbs are shaking. Mukham cha parishishyati. Mouth is drying up. This happens, right? When you go and stand and want to talk, suddenly the mouth will go dry up. And then whole body is trembling. Standing on one. All these things, physical problems start happening to Arjuna. And he tells to Krishna Bhagavan, hey Krishna Bhagavan, I don't know what to do. And what happened? The last shloka when Varduji has said, he will throw away the Gandiva and he will sit there. Just like a small boy. I am not going to that party. His mother has prepared him like anything. Oh, my son will go and enjoy a happy birthday party. He says, I have a tummy pain. I don't want to go. You will have a tummy pain, definitely. Like that. So this was happening to Arjuna. And this is, life is a series of challenges. This is what happens to us also. Sometimes what happens, we are perturbed, even with a small thing. This perturbance can come from our own close people. It can be from my wife, from my husband, my children, my in-laws mainly. It can happen. So any small things, it will perturb you. But there is a shock absorber is available. That is Bhagavad Gita. That is when you want to, in India we do that, right? You want to change the fuse, you will stand on the mane, you call, that is the wooden piece, or that wooden piece or the chair that you sit is Bhagavad Gita. It gives you the cushion. It gives you the power to withstand any situation in life, whether it is body pain or mental disturbance, intellectual calamity, all these things. But what happened to Arjuna here is, a totally shattered personality. Imagine a weak mind in a fragile body, guided by a totally confused, glared intellect. It happens to us. So Arjuna is not somebody who is in the Mahabharata, Panchapandavas, one of them. He is me. I am Arjuna. We are all Arjunas. And we come across these situations in our life. Kurukshetra is not just happening in somewhere near Delhi. Kurukshetra is there. When you go to work, Kurukshetra is there. When you are with your family, Kurukshetra is there. Particularly the children, for example, they give our Gita will tell you, you have done your duty. You brought your children to this world. You gave them very good education. You taught them all the things that you wanted to teach. You gave them food. And with all that, they didn't turn up very well. It is their business. Don't worry. Karmanye vadikaraste. That comes in the most famous slokas are coming in the second sloka. Nothing is missed. We are going to enjoy all these beautiful slokas. So what happens is, I am transferring from chapter 1 to chapter 2 now. On the left side, you see on the Arjuna is going into the battlefield with Sri Krishna, and Arjuna is finding limbs are quivering, the mouth is drying up. All these are bodily problems. And then his mind is reeling. Chakkar hote hai, chakkar. That is, mind is, and intellectual. When once everything loses, mind, body, and everything, your intellectual doesn't work. You cannot even drive properly when your intellectual is not working. So on the right side, bottom, there is a chart. This chart is called BMI chart. One day we are going to shortly explain what this chart is. This is a chart which Swami Chinmayananda ji brought it out to explain the entire Vedanta. The BMI, body, mind, intellect. The body is seeing the O. O is object. The Arjuna body, from the eyes, he is seeing all his friends, all his teachers, everybody he is stealing. What happens? Suddenly body starts quivering. And the mind is emotions. Oh, how can I kill Dronacharya? My teacher. How can I kill my grandfather? Can anybody kill my grandfather? No. And the intellectual goes away. So then, Anyata Sharanam Nasti, Tvameva Sharanam Mama, Tasmat Karunya Bhavena, Raksharaksho Janardana. Shri Arjuna says, Bhagavan Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam. I will just completely surrender to Shri Krishna Bhagavan. That is what it is showing in the right side picture. The transition from Arjuna Vishada Yoga, that is what's called Arjuna. It is not Arjuna Vishada Yoga only. It is Dhritarashtra Vishada Yoga also. It is other Dhritarashtra son also, all his yoga also, his Vishada Yoga also. It is our Vishada Yoga also. We come into that. But that can go to become okay as long as you surrender to the God. In the Sankhya Yoga, Sri Arjuna, what happens? He completely surrenders to Sri Krishna Bhagavan. That is what in the second chapter we are going to study. So in the here Arjuna says, Nakankshake Vijayam. Hey Krishna, I don't want any victory. Nacha Rajyam Sukhanicha. I don't want any Rajya. Kimno Rajyena. I don't want anything. What do I do with all these things? I want to just go away and take sannyasa. You know, in weddings in India, I don't know about in North, but in South, particularly Karnataka, Telugu, and Tamil Nadu, I think, there is a thing called, there are some rituals they do in wedding. One is called, I don't know why they do that, Kashi Yatre. Kashi Yatre, and then what is that, another word, Antarpata. Kashi Yatre. So I think you know all of that. what happens? The wedding is all set. You have already paid for the Holiday Inn or whatever it is. Everything is set. At that time, a small drama, a natka takes place. The son-in-law, the future son-in-law, the bridegroom, he will be given some chakli kodabale or something into the ear they will be wearing. It's very, very funny to watch. He will have given a small fan and a chhatri and then some chappals, and he will say, I am not going to marry. Hey, Baba, this is interesting. I'm not going to marry. What are you going to do? I'm going to Kashi Yatra. This is what Arjuna did. I'm not going to kill anybody. I want to take sannyasa. Then the future father-in-law will come. Arey Baba, I'm waiting for this day. I want to transfer all my problems to you. Please come. Please marry my daughter. And he will say, he will bring the boy and get married. And then Antarpata. This is as if they are seeing for the first time. But anyway, it is fun to watch, fun to enjoy the weddings and all. And sometimes they call it as Smashana Vairagya also. That means if you don't get it, you don't want it, like that. Anyway, so Sri Krishna Bhagavan was listening to all these things. This is the best thing from the chapter 1 you have to know. The whole 47 slokas, everywhere, most of the things, Arjuna goes on telling, goes on waiting. I don't want it. I don't want to kill them. What do I do it? These are my brother. These are all these things. But Sri Krishna Bhagavan keep on listening. That is the greatness of a very good friend. Sri Krishna Bhagavan is not only a friend to Arjuna, he is also closely related. Like what you call maternal uncle or something. See, when Sri Krishna Bhagavan, they played very nicely during their younger days. When Sri Krishna Bhagavan wanted his sister to be given to Arjuna, they actually together kidnapped. And then Kunti, Kunti is the mother of Pandavas, right? Kunti is the brother of Vasudeva. Vasudeva is the father of Vasudeva, that is our Krishna Bhagavan. So they are closely related. It happens many times in our life also. When my mother got married, with her younger brother came, 6-7 year old. I had a ready-made, when I was born, I had a ready-made brother, elder brother. If I want to go to a movie, I don't have to look for anybody. My uncle was there, like that. So it happens, right? Beautiful. So here, Sri Krishna Bhagavan is the best friend for, this is what we have to understand. When somebody calls you and says, today I had a problem in my office. Oh, this thing happened, that thing happened. Somehow, you know what happened for me? My coffee was spilled. I made it. Baba, that person has come and trying to tell you something big. You don't want to listen. God has given you 2 years. You should listen it. That's what the first chapter tells you. Listen to your friends. Give some compassion. Be kindful. Be nice to them. Be helpful. Be supportive. This is what the first chapter tells you about Sri Krishna Bhagavan, how he managed. He did not utter a single word. Then what happens? So let's not worry about this. When a girl likes a body, it is excitement. Then engagement takes place. Commitment when they get married. And the babies make attachment. They look for contentment. Then finally we will go to an apartment. So chapter 2. In between, we need all these masalas, so I'm just adding. So chapter 2 comes after chapter 1. Everybody knows. And chapter 2 comes before chapter 3 also. That's not a big thing. Chapter 2 is called Sankhya Yoga. Chapter 1 is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Chapter 2 is called Sankhya Yoga. Sukanya is going to explain what is Sankhya and why it is called Sankhya. What is the meaning for it? And this is the biggest, second biggest chapter. 72 slokas are there. The last one, which we call Sannyasa, what is the Sannyasa Karma Yoga, that is the 18th chapter, is the 78 slokas are there. If you leave out that, the 72, the second sloka, second chapter is this one. this is, whether you study Gita, the entire 18th chapter or not, doesn't matter. If you study chapter 2, you have studied the entire Bhagavad Gita. Believe me, that is what I am telling. It is like a preview. You go to Amazon videos, they give an option, right? Preview. You look at it and you say whether you want to, you get the entire picture of it. You want to get more, then you go into details of it. Like that, this chapter is going to give you the entire Bhagavad Gita teaching. It contains all the three: Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. See the entire chapter of Bhagavad Gita, first 6, second 6, third 6. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Like that, these are. In the first 10 shlokas of this chapter, Sankhya Yoga, you will see Arjuna, all this time, he was telling, Bade Bhai and all these things. He was having, you are my friend and all, they were all enjoying. Suddenly he becomes the student. He becomes the Guru Shishya Samvada takes place. Guru is, who is the Guru? The greatest Guru of the world. Vandeham Guru, that is Sri Krishna Bhagavan. And chapter 18 is the largest. And do not get confused with, there is another Sankhya school of darshan. Sankhya, see, we have 6 different darshans are there in India. One of this is Vedanta, and another is Sankhya Yoga, another is Charvak. You know what is Charvak means? You may explain that. That is, Kavo, Pivo, Maja Karo, like that. We don't care about God. We are making good amount of money. Everything is going on nicely. Why do you have to worry about God? Why do I have to worry about Gita? This is Charvak. Anyway, there is one as called Sankhya Yoga also. Sankhya Darshan also. That's Sankhya Darshan is different from Sankhya Yoga, and she will explain about that. So this Sankhya Yoga has the first 10 shlokas are the Arjuna starts surrendering. That is, I am repeating the same thing what I told. The B, 11 to 30, Jnana Yoga, as I told it, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, Samadhi Yoga also. And they have, Samadhi is there afterwards. So, Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters, right? First one is a preparatory chapter. That is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. The last one is, 18th chapter is the one where moksha is told by Bhagavan. So it is like Bimba Pratibimba. The God is sitting there, 18th chapter. I am here, Arjuna, in the first chapter. How many steps I have? I have 16 steps to go. You know what? 16 steps. Does it tell you anything if you are doing daily puja? When you do puja, what do? You do 16. Shodashopachara pujancha karishe. What is that first one? Padayoho padyam samarpayami. Mahaganapatiye namaha asanam samarpayami. And in between you say Shuklam, Bharadaram, Vishnum, and all these things. For example, when you do Nevedyam, the 16 steps are there. Nevedyam, when you come, you say Brahmarpanam, Brahma Havihi, Anatatra Suryo for doing Arati. All these things we do like that. The Dashangam Gugulam Dhupam Sugandhan Chamanoharam, like that. But there is another way of doing all this puja also. That is called Purusha Sukta Vidhanena. Purusha, this is what happens when Panditji also tells Gita. Purusha Sukta Vidhanena. That is, first one, Sahasra Shirisha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrabat. Om Mahaganapatiye Namaha Padiyoho Padyam Samarpayami. Like that, if you are doing another sukta also, and several suktas we can do. The Devata daily 16 steps, and Purusha Sukta Vidhanena. And you can do Sri Lakshmi Puja, Ashtalakshmi Puja, Hiranyagarbha Varnanam, all these things. So in the same way, I was just thinking, it's a small project I was thinking, why not we use Bhagavad Gita 16 chapters? I told you the first chapter is us. The last chapter is Bhagavan. In order to reach Bhagavan, these 16 steps, why not we reach? So let us take 2. I'm not going to take it now. Let us take two important or one important sloka from each chapter. There will be, and use it for the 16 Shodashopchara Puja. That way, you understand the entire, you will be remembering 16 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. 16 beautiful shlokas you will know. That is another way. I'm just thinking, if you are planning to do that kind of puja, if you already know Bhagavad Gita, incorporate the particular shloka to the particular theme. Oh, for example, Vastram Samarpayami. There is a shloka for Vastra in second chapter is there. So that is one thing. So the bhakti is important. Whatever like this thing you do. See, once what happened in a temple, every day there was one girl who was coming and doing puja. She used to come there, 9-year-old, you can say. She will come, close her eyes, stand and do namaskar and something, something she says, she was telling to herself. The Archaka went on seeing this one, and after a few days, he could not withstand himself, and then he comes to that girl and asks, Amma, what is that you are chanting every day? He says, are you chanting any bhajan? I mean, sloka, or you are singing any bhajan? I don't know any bhajan. Then mantras? No, I don't know even my mantra also, she said. What are you chanting? What are you murmuring every day, closing your eyes? She said, Panditji, I am saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J up to Z. And then again repeat it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Why are you saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G in front of God? She says, what is the spelling for Rama? R-A-M-A. So it's all there, right? R-A-M-A is within the alphabets. What is Krishna? K-R. I said, no, okay, I understood, he says. So the entire, so if you say like this, you will understand. Don't you believe that God, he can do anything he wants. I don't know how to put them together. He will put himself, and what all I do is with Namrata, with Bhakti, with Shraddha, I am going to chant it, and it's up to him to put them together and this thing. So whether you are do Purusha Sukta Vidhana or any other one, do puja. That is more important. With Shraddha and Bhakti, you do this puja. So I think I will stop here and give some time to our other person also, Sukanyamani. And Hari Om, thank you. And if you have any questions, please ask us afterwards. And all, okay, go ahead. Hari Om.
You are muted, Sukanya ji.
Now you can hear me? Sorry about that. I just thanked Satya for the great introduction to second chapter and recapping the first chapter also. You know, this shoka we talked about of Arjuna, you know, it just doesn't happen by itself. Shoka never comes by itself. It's the result of moha. It's the result of moha. The moha is whenever there is moha, there is shoka. We see in our life every day. Delusion is the cause of our sorrow. So this delusion happens in two levels, you can say, dharma level and under adhyatma level. Arjuna is confused about his duty and he is confused about his identity, both. Krishna Paramatma is going to teach him what is his duty and how it is to be done. See, sometimes it is like people say, like, oh, Gita only says you do your duty. I know I am doing my duty. That's all, you know, like I don't need to study Bhagavad Gita. That duty, how we should be performing. And without getting agitated, without getting this sloka or delusion as Arjuna is getting. And again, Vivekananda says you have to face the challenges. You have to face the challenges that comes in our life. So this other identity, adhyatmic, that's what, like our ignorance that we identify with body and mind, as Satyaji already talked about. So that is what we are going to, so Krishna Paramatma is going to clear it out, clear teachings. And the other one, this Gita, we are also know that it is the essence of Upanishads, right? What is a Upanishad? What is Upanishad? See, we keep saying Gita is Upanishad and Gita Upadesha, like what is Upanishad? Upanishad is, it is a part of Vedas. It is in Gnana Kanda. It's also called Aranyaka. See, there's different parts, like in Mantra Vibhaga, it's always like prayers for, mainly it says Agni, fire, and Indra. Like in Chamakam, it says Indra's, it keeps coming. Like Indraschame, for Agnischame, Indraschame, and every other line is Indraschame, that's referring to Indra, like that. So each chapter in Gita is called Upanishad. How? Their Sankalpa Vakya just now Varduji chanted, the last part. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu. See, Upanishads, both are in the adjective of each other, like Bhagavad Gita, which is Upanishad. That's what it is. Saptami Vibhakti, the seventh tense. In Upanishad, in Gita, which is also Upanishad, which is Upanishad. That's what it says. So what is Upanishad? There are a lot of beautiful definitions on Upanishad. I'm going to just give one Upanishad here. Upaniyeyam atmanam brahmapastadadvayam yataha nihantya vidya tadchancha tasmat Upanishad bhavet. What is Upanishad? Upa means close. Ni means more close. Nikata, okay. Samipa, which is to whom? The Atmanam. Brahma Advayam, which is the Atma, which is called Brahma, which is Advayam. There is no other than Brahman in the world, entire world. Brahman, only one. And Nihanti Avidya. Nihanti means removes, destroys. Avidya, ignorance. And Achamta means that because of ignorance, how many vasanas we have accumulated, that also get destroyed once we get knowledge. That also get destroyed. So there won't be anything that's going to bother us. Vasanas are not our a false identity with body, mind, and intellect. So that is called Upanishad. So those Upanishad Vakyas will remove our ignorance. And Gita is the essence of Upanishad. That's going to happen, which should happen with us just by reading and letting it going through. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Shravana is listening with understanding. Mananam is reflecting on what we understood. Nididhyasanam is making it druda, making it firm. What we understood, you keep practicing it. Meaning, if it is just a mantra and you enjoy and keep focusing on that mantra so that it becomes your firm, nischaya, convinced, and then it will never go. So you will have complete understanding, clear understanding of what we are supposed to know. That is Ekameva Advitiyam Brahman. So now we got the meaning of the Upanishads. Now we are getting into Sankhya Darshana, right? Vishada Yoga is done. Vishada, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, which is our Vishada, as Satyaji said. And we need to know how to remove our Vishada, right? Vishada. So that's, let us see Krishna Paramatma, what he says in second chapter. Lots of good teachings. And one positive thing I'm looking at here for this chapter is most of you know, most of you have memorized these slokas. And I'm looking for the other slokas to be memorized also by the time we get into that. That means 1 to 17th is memorized already, 17th or 18th, I think. So from 19th through the next 17 slokas for this year. So this, by the time you should be memorizing that also. That's big positive side of it. and negative side of it also. So if I make any mistake, you will tell me. And for me, okay, I will know my mistake. That's good too. So it's way. So please use your whatever you have memorized and learn more. And now going to Sankhya Yoga. See, sometimes we get confused with Sankhya Yoga and Sankhya Darshana. Let me share this. You can see the slide?
Yeah.
Okay. The schools of Indian philosophies. Okay. There are 6 of them, theistic and atheistic. Like Satya said, Charvaka, there's a Grutam, Runam Krutva Grutam Pibet. That's the saying in Sanskrit. It says, even if you take loan or borrow money, but you have to drink ghee. That's what, that is the Charvaka's logo. Yeah. Runam Krutva Grutam. That's not our point here. Now we want to know what is Sankhya Darshana. Okay. Sankhya Darshana, Sankhya Yoga. See, there are Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa. We belong to this Uttara Mimamsa group, which is also called Vedanta or Advaita Vedanta, we can say. So this Sankhya Darshana, that is Sankhya Darshana is, the word Sankhya, let us see. Samyak Khyayate iti Sankhya. Samyak means very well understanding. That which teaches well. Let me take out this stuff. That which clears, what's it? Okay. Sankhya Darshan is, Sankhya is that which gives a clear knowledge. Samyak Khyayate. So what is that clear knowledge? So some people who made a group, so Mavar Darshana gives clear knowledge. So we call it, they took that name. It is called Sankhya Darshana. They talk about Prakriti and Purusha, both are real, according to Sankhya Darshana. But we say only Brahman, right? There is no Prakriti. I mean, there is Prakriti as Maya and all is there. I'm not going to go into that. But here, Sankhya Darshana is different from Sankhya Yoga. We are talking about here Jnana Yoga. Sankhya means Jnana, that gives the clear knowledge of Brahman. That absolute reality. That is the absolute reality. Sankhya Khyayate Pathyate iti Sankhya, which is called Paravidya. Para means supreme knowledge. Okay, Apara, everything else is what is not teaching other than about Brahman, everything is Aparavidya. In our class in Sandipni, one time, one boy was there, all youngsters, he was chewing gum. He was chewing gum in the class. And then Swamiji said, go and spit and come back. And then during, I had breakfast seva on that day, Swamiji was really not very happy, like he said, Amma, can you believe that he was chewing gum in class? I should have seen his tone and he was already upset. I said, Swamiji, you don't know, in America, they bring coffee and donut, to class. Since I was elder than him, probably he didn't say anything. He didn't yell at me. He just looked at me, he was eating and he looked at me straight. Amma, this is Brahma Vidya, he said. That is true. That knowledge which takes us in every step in our life, which helps us in every step in our life. Knowing about our identity helps us. It is not any irrelevant. Gita is never irrelevant to any time in our life. It's always relevant. So that's what we have to have Shraddha and try to see where we can do. This anxiety syndrome comes to everybody. Everybody, and we need to have somebody like Krishna to be there, right? But Bhagavad Gita is there for us. Of course, friends are there. Sometimes anxiety comes, especially exams, right? Exams is, even now I get some dreams. I have gone to exam, I don't know anything to write, right? So that happened. One of my cousins, she all studied. Suddenly she got probably fever. Last time, the night before, she had a slight temperature. Morning, she gets up and says, I'm not taking the exam today. So what should we do? See, there was somebody like Krishna Paramatma, her close friend was there. She came over and she said, okay, why you don't want to take? I couldn't study because I was sick. Like you have studied throughout the year, it's okay, come. No, I will fail. Well, what is there? If you fail, what happens? No, everybody will think, that's the main concern we have, right? We always care what people will tell me, that is our many mental weaknesses or delusion we can call. And so she said, what, I don't want to do it. So if you go and write it, if you fail, okay, anyway, you are losing 1 year. Anyway, you're losing 1 year. So if you go and write and if you pass, what will happen? I might faint there in the exam because I'm sick. So I will wait outside. I am there. I will bring it from these are the logical things we see. Bhagavan Krishna, step by step, he's leading Arjuna to that, what he wants to do. His goal is dharma samrakshana, establishing dharma. That's what he wants to do. So that, any time in our life, this is going to help. We just have to learn how to apply there. That's all. So we will, let's see. Yeah, he already gave the layout of the chapter. And let us start the second chapter, first shloka. 2 minutes are there for me. And we will start the chapter. I will just chant 2 times. And from next week, one of you, you can volunteer, send it in the chat now or send email to any of us so that two shlokas can chant. And we also want to chant, start the 19th, and which is for the competition this year. Shivaji will give all the information. Let us. Om Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atha Dvitiyo Dhyayaha Sankhya Yogaha Sanjaya Uvacha Tam Tatha Krupaya Vishtam Ashrupurna Kulekshanam Vishidantamidam Vakyam Uvacha Madhusudanaha. The first chapter was started by Dhritarashtra, right? And the second chapter started by Sanjaya. He's continuing. Last 47th shloka was chanted by Sanjaya also. Shoka Sambhigna Manasaha. What is that? Where his Gandivam says that all that happens. So he's continuing that. Tam tatha krupaya vishtam. See in shloka number, what is that number? One more time, Arjuna was overcome by krupaya vishtam. When he brought by Krishna in between the Sena army. So here, tam tatha krupaya vishtam, ashru purna kulekshanam, vishidantam idam vakyam uvacham. Everything is applied to tam. Who is that? Arjuna. From the previous, whatever tatha, whatever you have been stated, according, that is continuing. Tam krupaya vishtam ashru purna kulekshanam vishidantam. So krupaya vishtam, he is overcome by pity and sympathy. Ashru purna kulekshanam, his eyes are filled with tears. Vishidantam, he is suffering, he is sorrow, full of sorrow. Uvacha madhusudanaha. This vakyam, this sentence, he is saying. Madhusudanaha. Each of these word has specific meanings. Why this particular word is used here, especially some of this, we will go about it next week. And I'm going to chant this shloka one more time, and then we will end. Sanjaya uvacha tam tatha krupaya vishtam ashrupurna kulekshanam vishidantamidam vakyam uvacha madhusudanaha. Om Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you very much. Thank you for all of you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, Suganya-ji and Satya-ji. Thank you so much. Shiva, we do have one quick announcement.
Balaji.
Yes.
One more new family came, I think.
Oh, did we miss?
Yeah, let's ask them to come up and introduce themselves, please, whoever it is.
Let me find it.
Maybe you're looking at Chakravarti ji, maybe.
Ramesh Sridevi.
Okay.
Ramesh Mathuri. He's.
Okay, I got it. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So
Satya ji, it's me, Ramesh.
Yeah, we know you, Ramesh. We know you.
Yeah. I can.
How is Sridevi and Soumya?
Yeah, they're doing fine, Suganya ji. They're all fine.
Nice.
Wonderful. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So one quick announcement. This is with the common time prayers and okay, yeah, Janaki ji is there. So as you would have seen, we do have one family doing all the arati and another family doing all the chantings. So there is a lot of coordination for this happens too, and Janaki ji has kindly agreed for this year as well. Thank you, Janaki ji, for coordinating this. And there is a form which Shivaji already put it out, or if not, I think he's going to share it again in the chat. Please sign up. So that way, there are multiple options in there. We would prefer one family to do all of the chantings and another family to do the arati. So if you can do that, and if you're new and if you're not familiar, please work with us. And one of the families, we can work with you on that. Or if you want to take it towards the end of the year, that's okay as well. So no problem at all. So we want all of you to come out and make the prasad as well. So that way we can see the prasad from here. Shivaji, any other ones?
I think we are good, Balaji. Yep.
Great.
Just sharing Janaki ji's email to everyone.
Yep.
But I will put up a sign-up sheet in the WhatsApp group for everyone.
Thank you. Now
you can share my phone number also, Shivaji. They can text me or call me.
Yeah, sure, Janaki ji. You're so kind. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you all. Now it's open for any discussion or any topics you want to bring it. Thank you.
Yeah, please, any questions? Anything? Adhyatmik?
Vyavaharik.
Not that we are able to answer, but we can discuss.
How is the Balavihar classes going on? Very fine. Kids are enjoying, I suppose. We have dedicated teachers and very lovingly, affectionately, beautifully, wonderfully taking care of our Balavihar kids. Yeah, Bindu is showing some Ganesha.
Oh.
Mahakaya. Okay, unmute.
Yeah, we talked about Ganesha last week, and this week activity was making Ganesha.
Wow.
What age kids, Bindu, do you have?
Second and third graders. So this was done 3 years ago, and this is today's Ganesha.
Oh, yes.
So I also get to play with Play-Doh.
Yeah, I was about to say the Ganesha is improving, Binduji.
No, grown up.
Yeah, it's grown.
And Ganesha is also staying home. He's not taking his Mushaka for a walk.
No. There is Mushaka also in the side.
Ah, okay. He's also going.
Yeah, and my kids had question, how is this little mouse supporting this big belly Ganesha?
That's why he falls down, right? Once.
Yeah. We talked about all those stories last week, and this week activity was make Ganesha, and then we moved into Vishnu.
That's nice, Binduji. Very nice. Play-Doh is always fun.
Some of them didn't have Play-Doh, so I tell your mom to make atta. Chapati atta. So they brought chapati atta and came, and we made Ganesha with that.
During Navaratri, we are planning to do Saraswati Puja, but it's going to be in the weekday evening, Tuesday. It's going to be, that is the Saraswati Puja day. And some of us are learning Medha Suktam. So that is part of the group that, puja. So everybody, please, you are welcome to join. We will send out the more information on that and keep that time free so that you come on. It's going to be short puja, Saraswati Puja. So, yeah. And good to see you all, at least weekly once, But we may not see, when we see each other in person, it might look different, right?
Yes.
Really, especially kids.
So different.
Kids have grown so taller. Like we cannot, since almost more than 1.5 years, we haven't seen them in person.
So we will also be like Ganesha, our horizontal growth will be there.
Yeah.
We'll blame it on COVID.
Yeah, quarantine. We can nicely blame it on quarantine.
So quickly, the Divya Shakti workshop, it's all virtual. So if you're not registered, it's in the newsletter. So I wanted to bring it up. It's on October 9th. And it's $27. It's all virtual. So please.
Bindu or Gayatri, if you have more information.
It is from 10 to 1, led by Pooja Vilasni ji and Vivek ji. They are going to do a workshop on resilience. So we all are going to feel very powerful right after the workshop. So please register, because it is hosted by CMWRC. Actually, it was supposed to be in person, but due to the current situation, they changed it to virtual. So please register. Since we are the host family, we have to register. That's what I can say. Unless you are not available, it is only for Devis. So Devas can support them by letting them be cheerful and taking care of all the other home duties. So that way Devis can fully enjoy the workshop for just 3 hours. It is from 10 to 1 on October 9th. And we are all going to get really benefited with that.
And also Vivekji is doing a small Devi Puja also at the end, because it is falling between the Navaratri. Yeah. So there will be a small Devi Puja also. So after the workshop, talking about resilience, see, we all need the strength and courage to fight this COVID and various other challenges in life. So after the resilience talk, we are going to do the Mahashakti Puja, the small puja led by Vivekji. So that's also part of our...
and Vilasni ji is going to do the meditation, guided meditation. She is always really so sweet and loving. So we will feel.
Yeah. I also have a very important and precious advice to the ladies, Devis, who are going to, I'm sure all of you will be attending on that day. I know Devas are going to be really Devas on that day. Understanding. But ladies, don't get stressed out about, I have to finish all the duties. So that will be a big stress. So don't worry about it that day. Let it go smoothly,
Really be there and enjoy. That's why I said, Devas, please take care of all that.
I have to finish it out by 10 o'clock. Then I will sit down. All that, what happens is you are tired when you sit there on Zoom. So that is not needed, like that day, just give it a rest, take it easy, enjoy. And I'm sure all the Devas and little children will understand.
Yeah, order pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy on both the parties.
I noticed that ladies take everything on themselves. It's too much, they don't have to do that. They have to learn. I mean, not that I'm not advising them not to do, but don't overdo it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, but I want, by next week when we meet in the common time, I want every one of the Devis to be registered. Unless you have prior commitment which you cannot cancel, I want everyone to be registered.
And when you attend these Adhyatmic satsangs, if the mind is rested, it can absorb better.
More.
Absorb well. So that's
really.
That's very
The
important.
first retreat I attended, still it is that message is still stuck in my head. Really,
That was
Vivek ji told, if it is a Balavihar child who did a mistake, the way we handle it, and if the same mistake is done by our own kid, how do we deal with it? So when it is Balavihar kid, we will be so compassionate and deal it as a third party. But when it is our own kid, because of our attachment, we deal it very stressfully, which is really bad to the kid as well as us. So just to give up that attachment, that's what he said, and that was really whenever you are dealing with your kid at home also, think yourself as the third party and deal with that. That's what, not that I'm able to implement all the time, but that thought is really helpful.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I like Vivek these workshops also. One time he did about death, right? Experiencing death.
Yeah, so
it was
many
really,
things.
I can never forget each detail of it.
Yeah.
But some people couldn't handle. He told in the beginning itself, if you are too much emotional, you don't have to participate.
Participate. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't go for second serving. For the body also, he says, first whatever you want to serve in when you go for bhiksha or wherever. Just serve and then don't go for second serving. Means you tasted it and you go for the item which you already liked. So don't do that. Don't give that tongue that addiction. So only one serving. Don't go for second. That's why.
Close your eyes and eat.
Yeah, close your eyes. I'm tired.
But he serve. Close your eyes and eat whatever is in the plate.
Is there, yeah.
Yeah, that was good ones. So
yeah, so many things.
Yeah, that.
You don't eat it outside.
Definitely.
Okay, good. Ramesh garu bagunara?
Yeah, it has been long time since I saw Sridevi also.
Good, Satyaji. Good to hear from you. See, I'm a kind of visitor now. Like, I need to come more often. I need to join.
Shobha, how is back home? Everybody is okay, Dad?
Yeah. Everybody doing good, Sukanyaji.
Shobha?
How is
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, Sukanyaji.
That's fine.
Yeah. All doing good. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. My dad is doing good. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, you went for your dad. Okay. I didn't know for whom.
that's
I didn't want to, stress for the
he's doing good.
details.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Yes.
asking. Yeah. So this year I plan to listen to your adult session. So.
You're welcome, but that doesn't mean
I will try.
anything else. We are Devi Shaktis, right? Shakti. We have a lot of energy. Thank you, Shobha. That's nice. Yeah.
Okay, Hari Om, everyone.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you all.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Have a rest of nice
Hari
weekend
Om.
and see you next Sunday.
So if you can request Binduji and Ramji, please.
Okay, there are 2 rounds.
Shravananji is not there, Balaji?
No, that's what I was hoping.
Can we